Hey everyone, this is Josh with a fun cryptocurrency and cybersecurity tutorial for you today. In this video, we'll be talking about 3 common types of cryptocurrency related malware. So this video will dive into malicious software that can be used to steal your crypto coins or even use your computing resources for crypto related purposes. I find this topic particularly interesting because I've actually written educational demos of some of these attacks, and at a base level, they're not that hard to develop. Real malware, though, is much more sophisticated at hiding and stealing your cryptocurrency. So let's take a look at these common types and how to mitigate these threats. The first type of malware attack we'll talk about is the address swapping or address poisoning type of attack. This malicious software takes advantage of the fact that most crypto users on a PC are going to copy and paste crypto addresses when creating transactions. Addresses by nature are long, random strings of information that are generated from the seed phrase and private keys. They're very difficult to remember and to type out by hand. So most of the time when you're creating a crypto transaction, you're either going to scan a QR code with your mobile device or use copy and paste on a PC to get that recipient's address. What this malware does is it looks for the string pattern of a crypto address in various common formats for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and others in your operating system's clipboard buffer. So each common operating system, whether Windows, Mac OS X, or Linux, has facilities for copy and pasting information. And there are plenty of programming libraries that allow you to access this feature, and programming libraries that allow you to look for specific patterns in text. So this malicious software will look for the pattern of a crypto address and then replace the intended recipient's address with that of the attackers in the clipboard buffer. This particular attack relies on you not noticing that the address has been swapped out when you paste it and send off your transaction. So this works in the hopes that you will copy an address, paste it without looking, and then accidentally send off your coins to the thief's address rather than the one of your intended recipient. And as we know, with cryptocurrency, transactions are not reversible. So if a thief manages to steal your coins this way, you're out of luck. The mitigation for this type of attack is to always double and triple check your addresses before you send a transaction. And this is a great practice regardless of whether or not this type of malicious software existed. It's always possible for you to grab the address for the wrong recipient, the wrong blockchain, or simply the wrong wallet that you want to use. And so it's a good practice to always make sure that the addresses you intend to send to match what you actually put in your transaction menu. Make sure that that address is correct before you hit send, because once you hit send, there's no reversing that transaction. I find this particular type of attack very interesting because it's a relatively simple attack to implement, and the real malware authors out there do some even more sophisticated things like matching the first couple characters of the address so it's even more difficult for a victim to notice that this is happening. So again, always double triple check those addresses before sending and make sure to regularly run anti-malware scans on your PC. The second type of attack we'll talk about is the seed or private key scanning attack. So this malware, again, does some pattern recognition, scanning your computer and looking for the format of a 12 to 24 word seed phrase. This is the most common method of backing up private keys and allows attackers to empty out your wallet for all of your cryptocurrencies, whatever is contained within that seed phrase's wallet. So This malicious software will scan plain text formats for the pattern of a seed phrase and then send that seed off to the attacker so they can clean out your wallet. This applies to any plain text, meaning unencrypted data that you might have your seed phrase stored in. So this includes .text files, Microsoft Word documents, LibreOffice open document format, Google Docs, and yes, even pictures and screenshots. Some more sophisticated malware can actually use OCR, optical character recognition, to scan pictures and screenshots for text matching the pattern of a seed phrase, and then again can take that seed and wipe your wallet clean. So don't think it's okay to take a picture of your seed phrase, take a screenshot from your wallet, or ever store a copy of your seed in a plain text unencrypted form on your PC. The mitigation for this is to always encrypt copies of your seed phrase for hot wallets. So if you have a wallet that's a PC or a mobile wallet in the first place, you may choose to store an encrypted form of that seed phrase as a backup. For cold or hardware wallet storage, never store a copy of that seed phrase digitally at all. Always back that up on a physical medium such as paper or metal to retain that security model of an offline cold key storage. The third type of malware attack that we'll talk about is called cryptojacking, which is essentially illicit mining of cryptocurrencies using your PC. So this type of attack is a little bit less of a danger than these first two in that it doesn't directly steal cryptocurrencies from users. Instead, it steals your PC's resources in order to net the cryptocurrency thieves some crypto for themselves using your resources. So in this case, this malicious software uses your CPU or GPU to mine crypto coins. All this means is that the attackers are creating a large botnet of victim PCs to mine crypto for themselves. Normally, most PCs, whether using just a CPU or a GPU, are not going to be profitable to mine coins like Bitcoin at this time. Profitable Bitcoin mining and Litecoin mining at this stage generally requires specialized hardware for profitable operations. But for the authors of malware, whether or not it's very profitable in terms of electricity and computing power doesn't really matter, because they're using your PC, your electricity, to do the mining. So for them, any small amount of crypto that they can make from this is all profit. And the more user PCs that they can infect, the better chance they have of earning mining rewards. We're going to throw in an honorable mention, fourth type of malware in this tutorial, and this is that of ransomware. This is somewhat the least crypto related because it doesn't directly attack to steal your crypto, and it doesn't try to use your PC to mine crypto. Instead, what ransomware does is it infects all of the user files on an infected machine and demands a ransom in order for you to unencrypt those files. So again, this encrypts all of the files on your system and then demands that you pay a ransom in order to get the decryption key. So this is really only a threat if you don't have good backups of your files. And the mitigation here is for you to run good anti-malware and always have tested backups of your important files. So that if you are hit by a ransomware attack, you can simply restore from backup rather than having to pay a ransom and trust that the malware authors will actually give you the decryption key. This tends to be a crypto-related attack because in most cases, the malware authors demand payment in cryptocurrency. And the reason for that is for the same reasons we love cryptocurrencies for legitimate uses. It's a borderless mechanism of payment, it's irreversible, And in the case of criminal activity like this, it's easy to launder those funds. So if your personal PC or the PCs in your business organization are hit by a ransomware attack, they're likely going to demand payment in something like Bitcoin or Monero, because that's an easy way for them to get paid and then run away with the funds without you being able to reverse it or track where the payment is going. So I threw that in there as an honorable mention because it is crypto related, but not as direct of a threat to your cryptocurrency as some of these other attacks. So again, I hope you found this tutorial interesting. I find the topic of crypto-related malware and software in general very interesting, as some of these are even fun to play around with writing as a demo if you are a software engineer or a tech educator like myself. Some of these attacks are surprisingly easy to implement, at least at a base level, and real malware authors go to great lengths to make their software hard to detect and make the attacks successful, like doing things like hiding addresses or hiding the fact that they've stolen your seed until it's too late. So as always, I hope you found this tutorial interesting and informative, and thank you for learning something new with me today.